We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle, running solo today, giving Tim the day off. Only NHL, no NBA. NBA, I believe, makes its return tomorrow or Tuesday, and it's only a 5-game NHL slate. So, all right, 5 games, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6-game NHL slate. So, I'm going to run this show solo today. Because it's very limited stuff. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday. What went right, what went wrong in the world of sports betting, and it was pretty bad yesterday. College basketball went 12-16, down 2.27 units. Florida State minus 3.5 was a loser. Illinois plus 6 was a winner. Notre Dame plus 12.5 was a winner. Kentucky, one of our favorite plays yesterday, never in doubt winner. They win by almost double digits against Tennessee. The Citadel plus 3, they lose by 4. Oklahoma State plus 6, loser, they lost by like 30. Wake Forest lost by 9. We had them plus 6.5. That was a loser. Oklahoma went to overtime and lost by a couple points. We had them plus 11. Winner. Rhode Island minus 4.5. Mercer minus 5. Both of them lose outright. Ole Miss was covering. The game went to overtime, and then they didn't cover the plus 3.5. Western Michigan plus 8. They win outright. That was nice. Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles loser minus 2. They lose outright. Baylor. What the hell was that Baylor performance? They were up 13 at halftime and they lose by 16. Baylor plus 5.5 was a loser. The Fighting Blue Hens of Delaware minus 1, never in doubt there. They win by 9. Fresno State Bulldogs minus 1.5 was a loser. They lose outright late. Virginia Tech winner minus 4. They win by, I want to say, 8. Syracuse was never in the game. Loser there. Louisville plus 10. They win outright. How about Louisville? Louisville is a team we're going to have to watch out for getting double digits because they've covered a couple double-digit spreads in a row. And they're a team that we're definitely going to look to circle whenever they're getting points down the stretch to just back this team. Because I think this team's finally rounding it a little bit into form where they're going to be able to cover those big spreads. And everybody has this negative image on them because they started off the season so bad. So Louisville is a bet on team. How about that? They went outright plus 10. Long Beach State minus 2.5. They lose. James Madison minus 3, they cover. They win by 6. Pepperdine plus 16.5, they cover. I think they lost by 8. Michigan, they win by 12 late. They just took over that game really late against Michigan State, winning that one there. South Florida plus 3, they got blown out. Vanderbilt plus 3, they lose by 2, so that was a winner. Portland gets blown out, plus 3.5 was a loser there. California Golden Bears plus 25 was a loser. They lose by like 30-something, almost 40 points, I think. And Villanova plus 3.5 was a loser as well. So not a good day in college basketball. The XFL, I swept the board, and we're going to do the same thing again today. With taking both overs. Vegas, Arlington over 37. Orlando, Houston over 35.5. Both were winners. Those games hit 42 and 45 points. Like I told you guys, the totals in the XFL by week 3 are going to be mid-40s. Until they put those totals in the 40s, we're just going to keep betting overs. So both overs come through yesterday in the XFL. Hockey was frustrating and feels like anything that could go wrong did go wrong. Went 5-10, down 5.35 units. Colorado minus 1 winner to start the day, and it didn't get any better from there. Islanders money line was a stupid mistake. Columbus Dallas under 6 was a winner. Adding Montreal money line was a mistake. Their team total over. They only put up 1 goal, so of course the game finishes 5-1, so the over 6.5 loses as well. Washington team total over 2.5 was a mistake. The over 5.5 felt like it should have gotten there. It just didn't. It finishes 4-1, so that was a loser. The Flyers get blown out in Vancouver, so that was a loser. The Rangers gave me hope. They brought it to overtime and lost in overtime, so what's another NHL day without an overtime loss? Buffalo Sabres get the job done, minus 113, but the game stays under, so the over was a loser, but the money line was a winner. Red Wings plus 170 was a loser. And then the end of night was the easiest play of the entire day. Arizona Coyotes team total over 2.5 and the full game over 6.5. LA scored 5 in the first period, and it went to overtime, tied 5-5. So that was a crazy game. Easy winners on both the team total over and the full game over there. Overall, 19 and 26, down 6.82 units. Definitely not the Saturday I was hoping for. Hopefully Sunday is a little bit better, because I don't want another -6 unit day. That was pretty bad. Head over to the chat. Almost a sweep. Boston over 3.5. There you go. Habs, yep. Habs did not help us out there. And the Sabres over 3.5. There you go. Let's bring the brooms out. Yes. What's up? What's up, Richie? How you doing? Memphis plus 14. I believe they're playing in Houston. I think it was a lean towards Memphis, but yeah, lean towards Memphis, not but a no bet for me. What's good, Markel? Morning, Dad. How are you doing? Good morning, Bing. Yes, hit that like button. Hit that like button, people. But we'll get into the first two games here. With the XFL, this will be a pretty simple breakdown because it's the same breakdown we gave out yesterday. St. Louis St. Louis Battlehawks Battlehawks, not the Defenders. That is the next game. That's BC. St. Louis Battlehawks, San Antonio Brahmas. The Battlehawks are 3.5-point favorites, total 36. We're not touching sides for week one here. We'll dive into sides more once we get a decent sample size of what these teams are and how these teams look. But pretty plain and simple for this one, and it applies to this one as well. Seattle Sea Dragons -2.5 at the DC Defenders, total 38. Until those totals say 40, we're betting the over in the XFL. Pretty plain and simple here. I would actually lean towards the DC Defenders in this game. I know a couple of the players on the team. One that I followed him through college with Eric Dungy from Syracuse. So I lean DC Defenders in that one. I like their quarterback room that I saw that they have. But just plain and simple, until these totals say 40, we're playing them over the total. So both XFL games over the total. Morning. We gave Tim the day off. It's only hockey today. It's only hockey, and we're not going to have Tim sit here and just have to sit through hockey games. So there's no NBA to go over, so we figured just let him chill. North Carolina, yes, we're on the Tar Heels today. We got them at 2. Purdue, Fort Wayne. Let's see who IPFF. Purdue Fort Wayne against Wright State. We think that line's about right. That line's about right. Cincy +4 against UCF. We did not play that game there. SMU minus the 6.5, 7 against the East Carolina Pirates. We agree with you on that one. We are on the Mustangs in that game. Because why is a 9-18 team a 6.5, 7-point favorite against a 13-12 team? So yeah, we're fading the Pirates today. And Oregon money line, we are on the opposite side of you there. We're on Wazoo. We're on Wazoo for that game. No futures yet for a XFL champion. For me, if I had to pick a team, it's DC. But that's just because I actually know a couple of the players on that team. I'm not diving deep into what do you call it today? Or into sides yet in the XFL, but I might play a future out there somewhere. If it's anybody, it's DC, but who knows? ECU Pirates. We're actually against you there with the Pirates. We're on SMU. Need help. 1-800-GAMBLER. Oh, for XFL. Hey, we went 2-0 yesterday. We're making money in the XFL right now. I'm taking Purdue to smack the hell out of the Buckeyes. Yeah, I agree with that one there, actually. I agree with Purdue laying the points. I know it's a lot of points. I agree with Purdue laying 12. I think that's a good move there. But we'll get into the NHL. We'll get into hockey now. Not a huge slate and not my favorite slate. So St. Louis Blues are at the Ottawa Senators. The Senators are minus 165 favorites, total of 6.5 in this game. Let's grab my projected numbers. Let's grab everything I need here. All right. This is a 2:00 game. There are two 2:00 games today. We got this one, and then we got the Wild and the Preds. For this one, I have Grice and Sogard as your projected goaltenders for this one. 3.59 to 3.16 in favor of the Senators here. So I think the Senators should be around the minus 150 mark. There's no value on either side for this game, and I slightly lean towards the over. I have this game projected for 2.76 goals. So about a quarter of a goal value here on the over in this spot. Not enough for me to go ahead and bet it because you can get 6.5 minus 101. I think that line's about right. Maybe it should be 6.5 minus 120, minus 125. So maybe there's a little bit of a value here with the over 6.5 in this St. Louis game. But overall, this is not a game I was particularly interested in. I did get involved in 4 of the other 5 games, though. So this is not one of the games I got involved with. So this one ended up being a pass with a lean towards the over, but no play here. Actually, what can we get for a Blues team total? 2.5 at minus 150, and I have them projected for 3. Yeah, that's about right now. I'm good. Pass for this game. What's the best pick for NHL? I'm gonna go with the next game. It'll be in the next game. I like the XFL yesterday. Sucked that bet online. Would not let me parlay that yesterday. Overs were never in doubt. Yes, the overs were easy. Blues and over again for me, trusting Lenny's favorite goalie, Thomas Grice. Yeah. Yo. What's good, Joe? It looks like it wasn't of nights for Joe there. That under yesterday for the Stadium Series was never in doubt either. That was frustrating because I had the over. Yeah. I was hoping to get a little bit more from the Capitals, but from the fan perspective, I'm happy to see the Capitals sliding though, because it opens up that spot for the Islanders to squeak into the playoffs and piss everybody off because they're boring. But hey, it is what it is. I would like to see my Islanders in the playoffs. Has to be Nashville money line / Duchesne, Johansson anytime goal, and maybe a shot at Glass. See, I'm not going to promote anytime goal scorers because I'm on under the total in that game. So, and this is what I would probably say is my favorite play of the day. Minnesota Wild, they're actually down to a minus 180 now with a total of 6 in this game. 6 is now juiced to minus 117. I got it at minus 115, so it's moved 2 cents in my favor. I have this game for Gustafsson and Saros. Yesterday, they went with Lankinen. That means today it's Saros. I have this game projected 2.85 to 2.5. So I think Minnesota should be around a minus 140-ish in this game. So I do see some value here with the Nashville Predators in this game. I just don't want to take them after they had a huge win yesterday. Finally got off their schneid. I like the under in this game more than anything. I have this game projected for 5.35 goals. I see more value in the under than I do any other spot in this game. When we look at what these two teams have done lately, the Wild are under machines. They have gone under in 4 straight and 9 of their last 10 games. 2-1, 3-2, 2-1, 3-2, 5-1 was their only over, and that was because it was a 5.5. So if you played a 6 on all these games, the worst you've done is push. 4-1, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, 4-2. So this is a Wild team playing consistent unders right now. I like Gustafsson in net. He's definitely the better goaltender. He is confirmed for today. I saw a post that I was sent a post that the Wild have 5 back-to-backs left. Those should be the only 5 games that Marc-Andre Fleury starts the rest of the year. I 100% agree. If the Wild want to make a playoff spot, they need to have Gus be the number 1 starter and have him have the overwhelming number of starts because he's just been the better one. So I'm leaning towards Nashville just because of their big price tag here, but the under 6 is my favorite play in this game. When in doubt, Feel right now it's when in doubt, Wild under the total and Stars under the total. Those are the two teams that we're getting we're getting consistent unders because the Stars hit their 11th straight under yesterday. So under 6 here with Minnesota and Nashville for me. Favorite moneymaker pick in college basketball today. Ooh. I would love to just say go back to our one of our favorite teams in IUPUI. And I will say that IUPUI plus the points or North Carolina +2 or money line depends on which one you like better. So North Carolina and IUPUI, those will be the two I'll give. I got Purdue and Jets as the top 2 plays today. You like Senators and Blues over 6.5. I lean Senators Blues over 6.5. I did not play that game. Really did not have enough of an edge for me to go ahead and bet it, but I do see a little bit of value with that over. Manhattan +4.5 / money line. Who is Manhattan playing today? Let me get up my other covers because I need multiple covers just because I have hockey on the other one. They are 4.5 point favorites dogs against Fairfield. Sure, I don't know if Fairfield should be laying 4.5 points, so that's fair. Yeah, I'll say sure. We'll lean that way. I'm not betting it though. Abs, Blackhawks, and Yotes. My numbers have that Abs game at directly a pick 'em, so I think that line's correct. Blackhawks, I'm on the opposite side. I took the Leafs team total, and I like the Yotes a little bit today. So I like the Predators and lean over. That's because how their head-to-head series has been historically. But Gustafsson is their under goalie, and that means they're going to be relying. We're going to be relying on the Predators to do the heavy lift. Yeah, the Minnesota Wilds. Do you bet player props? No, not really. I dabble in them sometimes, like I did in the Super Bowl and stuff like that, but not really. Blackhawks and Oilers. Yeah, I'm rooting for the Avalanche for my divisional future. I would like to cash a +400, and I think that the Avalanche definitely have the talent to make a push towards that Central Division if they just stay healthy. Subness, yes. The Wild might kill the Preds today. Not a good spot for the Predators. Agreed. I don't like that it's a back-to-back for the Predators. I don't like that it's Thomas Greiss for the Predators. That's what's keeping me off Nashville today. If this was, it is Saros. No, it's not Greiss because Greiss is St. Louis. No, I don't like the back-to-back factor here. I was looking at the wrong game here. Yeah, I don't like the back-to-back factor, and we have a rested Wild team who is desperate as well. Morning, Tim. Gonna take a stab with the Yotes puck line and Jets money line. Yotes puck line, they're a favorite. So yeah, I wouldn't talk you off a puck line. They're also affordable enough where you don't have to play the puck line. You can take them at -118, -120. I understand not wanting to pay big on a team like Arizona though. I grabbed their team total over. So like that. Yeah, kind of like Coyotes -1.5. Yep. Move on here. The Avalanche and the Oilers. Fun matchup here. The Avalanche, or it's a pick 'em here. Total is 6.5, and I think this line is spot on. I have this game projected 3.12 to 3.11 in favor of the Oilers. So the Oilers should be on -101, -102. So no value on either side here. This game is a pick 'em. It should be a pick 'em. I think I'd side with Edmonton if I'll side with Colorado if they switch it up and switch it to Campbell with Skinner in net. I think that this line's right. And I have this game projected for 6.23 goals, so I slightly lean towards the under, but it's not enough for me to pull the trigger on anything here. What have these two teams done lately? These two teams have been opposite when it comes to totals. 7-3 to the over the last 10 for Edmonton, 3-6-1 to the under for Colorado the last 10. So no play on either side or total for me in this game. I think this is a pretty simple pass at this time. So no action here with Colorado and Edmonton. I will root on my future though, but that's it. I'm going to go with the safer play in Yotes and Reg instead of the puck line. Guys, you don't have to lay Reg or you don't have to lay puck line. They're $1.17. They're an affordable price. Don't rely on the Coyotes to do more than they have to. Just ask them to win the game. Minus 117 is not a bad price, especially if it's going to be Merzlikins and net on the opposite side. Toronto Maple Leafs are minus 270 against the Chicago Blackhawks in this game. Blackhawks are total 6.5 in this one. And I did make a play on this one. I have this game projected 4.04 to 2.71 in favor of the Toronto Maple Leafs here in this game. There's 6.75 goals. I took the over 3.5 team total with the Leafs here. I was looking at it. The Leafs have had such a tough strength of schedule lately. Montreal, Chicago, Columbus. That was their last 4 games. They have scored at least 3 goals in all of them, but we need over 3.5. They've done that back-to-back games, including a 5-2 win over Chicago and a 5-1 win over Montreal. I could see them doing scoring 5 goals in this game as well. It's going to be Kallgren and Stauber. Stauber finally had a bad game the other against Toronto. Or no, that was Mrazek against Toronto. He finally had a bad game one of these games. I remember we finally had the Stauber bad game. It was the 4-0 loss against Montreal. And he's most likely getting the start here today. And if it's Mrazek, I love the Leafs team total even more. The Leafs have been awesome offensively. 4.31 expected goals for the last 10 games. And they haven't had a game lower than 3 in the last 10. So this is a Toronto team offensively. We knew there was no problem offensively with this Toronto team. This is a team that they have a lot of offensive talent. They are a very high-powered offense. The defense is going to be the question mark. I like the Ryan O'Reilly addition. I still think the Lightning beat them in the first round of the playoffs. That's just because the Leafs are the Leafs. But when it comes to this right now, I'm not going to lay a price with them to puck line Chicago in this game with Kallgren in that. I can see this being a 5-4 game. I can see this being a high-scoring game. So all I'm going to ask is the Leafs to score me 4 goals in this one. I think that's not a bad look here. Leafs team total over 3.5. It is $1.50, but I think they do get there. I'll go under, and I think the under is a decent look. Once again, I lean under on that game, but no play there. Skinner. Yes, Skinner. Oh, I know I love close pick'em prices. Just these set. There you go. I'll take the Avs money line. They got the Oilers money. The Oilers number. I hope the Avalanche win. I like the Avalanche. So yeah, I hope the Avalanche win. And Bunting, Nylander, Matthews, Tavares, anytime goal. Throw O'Reilly in there as well. Throw O'Reilly in there. Because he's going to score here. He might score. Favorite player prop. We'll go Ryan O'Reilly to score a goal. I just mentioned it with Richie P's goal scorers. Ryan O'Reilly. Put one in the back of the net against the Chicago Blackhawks. Matz and Thomas over 9. Yeah. First 3 games is tough for me to pick a play. Yeah. The slate kind of is tough. Yeah. Went 3-3, up 0.35 units in college baseball. Again, there you go. 6-6, up 3/4 of a unit. 4 plays today: Texas money line, South Florida money line, Oklahoma State, and Mizzou. There you go. Good luck with college baseball today. I will be at the ECU George Washington game, hoping that the Pirates complete the sweep. Let's get that Blackhawks money line again. Blackhawks legend Stauber in net. There you go. Good luck. I just hope the Leafs put 4 by them. Winnipeg Jets are at the New Jersey Devils. The Devils are $1.20 favorites. Total of 6 in this game. I did a free pick video for this one last night. I'm projecting Hellebuck and Blackwood in net for this game. 3.17 to 2.51 in favor of the Jets in this game. I think the wrong team is favored in this spot. We have the Devils coming in on a second half of a back-to-back, a very satisfying 5-2 win against the Pittsburgh Penguins. And now they get to play the Jets, not a conference team. And the Jets, off of an embarrassing loss against the Columbus Blue Jackets, I am going to look for them to bounce back here. Hellebuck most likely in net. It's minus 155, but I see some value with the team total under 3.5 with the Devils. I do. Do I want to lay $1.55? Not preferably, but I am leaning that way to adding that as a play as the team total under. I think this game does go under. The Winnipeg Jets have been another one of those teams that has been consistently going under the total as of late. 1-8-1 over under the last 10 games. They've gone under in 3 in a row. In 7, they have at worst pushed the 6 in 7 straight games. 3 unders, a push, and then 3 unders. And I think I might end up adding the under in this game. I have it projected for 5.68 goals. So I see a little bit of an edge here with the under. Is it enough for me to pull the trigger? I got to figure that one out. But lean under in this game. Stronger lean towards the Devils team total under. But I like the Winnipeg Jets to win this game at plus 114 is what I got it at. And it's actually gone down to plus 108. So I would take the Jets up to like a pick 'em in this game. Honestly, I think the wrong team's favored. Look, ECU's minus 460 versus George Washington today, according to Bovada. All right. No way the Leafs defeat the same black. Dude, they're minus 270. They should. It'd be no way the Leafs lose to the Blackhawks because they're that big of favorites. You need to learn how to do that. ECU spread? No. No, they are coming in off of that big comeback against Cincinnati. They're on the road. Just this line tells you everything you need to know. ECU gets blown out today in basketball. Do they have a 2.5 option? No. Not a good spot for no run lines or totals in college baseball yet. Yep. Jets. Yes, Jets. Got it. Catch them next time. Yeah. Status quo. Books don't want to lose. Makes sense. So maybe seeing I'm going to the game. Maybe I might just have to lay the 460. Who knows? Throw whatever on it. I don't know. We'll head to the last game. Columbus is at Arizona, the marquee matchup of the day. I like this matchup too. Merzlikins, not only is it the marquee matchup because it's 2 really good teams, we get 2 really good goaltenders in Elvis Merzlikins and Connor Ingram. And I have this game projected for the Coyotes to score 4.5 goals because Merzlikins is that bad. 7.41 goals in this game. I took the Yotes team total over 3.5 at plus 115 in the full game over 6.5 at plus 105. Plus 105 for the full game over 6.5 as well. So 2+ money bets there. This should be a high scoring affair in this one with Merzlikins in net. I'm almost certain it's Merzlikins because Korpisalo went yesterday. And when in doubt, Merzlikins overs. They stayed under last time with Merzlikins, but previous to that, it was a 4-3 win against Justin Wool and the Toronto Maple Leafs. So Merzlikins is one of those where he needs just a new change of scenery. And until then, I'm going to continue fading him. He's like the Patrick Corbin of hockey. We're going to fade him every single time out. Sometimes he'll have a good start, but most of the time he'll be what he is, the worst rated goalie in hockey. So I'm going to grab the Yotes here, team total over 3.5 at plus 115, and the full game over 6.5 at plus 105 for this one here. Coyotes team total over. Yes. Not playing the game, but we believe in the power of ECU. Baseball. Yes, I believe in ECU baseball. Basketball, no. Schmaltz, Bukestad, and Krause. Why not Keller in there as well? Keller's been scoring most of the goals for this team, for this Arizona team, yeah. ECU plays George Washington. Yes, in baseball. Yeah. Why is the Wild minus 205? The Wild are minus 205? Minus 180. I don't know where you're seeing 205. I'm seeing the worst prices 200 on Ballin. I don't see anything above minus 200 though. My book they're minus 180. I lean Preds. But that is the entire slate for today. Not a huge slate, but that is the full slate for today. Quick little recap, and then we're gonna head on out. Nashville, Minnesota, under 6, minus 115. Toronto, team total over 3.5, minus 150. Winnipeg, money line plus 114 is what I got. Coyotes, team total over 3.5, plus 115. Full game over 6.5 at plus 105. But that is everything for today's slate. Let's take a look here. You read my mind. Of course, Keller. Of course, Keller. He's the main goal scorer on that Coyotes team. I was thinking more like Keuchel because Corbin somewhat got better. I mean, Merzlikins has talent though, and we've seen with Merzlikins he has. It's a mental thing for Merzlikins, and he needs out of Columbus. Yeah. Why are they minus 180? Because the Preds are on a back-to-back. That's my only explanation. Cincinnati, looking at the Bearcats. Who are they playing? UCF? Sure. Why not? Great show. Yep. Appreciate it. It's Ingram. Yes, it's Ingram. So that makes me like the over there. Thumbs up. Let's go Cleveland State, the Vikings. Who are they playing? They're playing the Norse. They're playing Northern Kentucky. They're 2.5-point favorites. I think that line's about right. Coyotes for sure. Yes. Over in Cincinnati. We haven't bet totals in forever, so it is what it is. But that is everything for today's card. So let me get the outro here. I want to thank you guys as always for watching, and good luck today.